Now, obviously, this is the most polarizing conversation in all of sports right now. It's the most fascinating conversation.
To put it bluntly, ladies and gentlemen, the WNBA has officially shot itself in the foot. How did it come to pass that one of the greatest basketball players in history, Caitlin Clark, felt compelled to quit the WNBA and move to Europe?
They're not handling Caitlin Clark like she's a prized possession, like she needs to be protected.
Are you kidding me? Really? This isn't a novice who hasn't shown her abilities. The WNBA allowed Caitlin Clark to walk away from this. Unbelievable.
Caitlin Clark conversation is in the process of jumping over into the political realm, and it's going to get even grosser.
Adam Silver should be fired, the head of the NBA. Kathy Engelbert should be fired, the head of the WNBA. The head coach of the Fever, she should be fired. Lynn Dunn, the general manager of the Fever, she should be fired. And the water boy, Bobby Boucher, or whoever the water boy, fire them all.
To be clear, Caitlin Clark is a generational talent in addition to being a fantastic player. She's stunned everyone. During her first WNBA season, carrying the Indiana Fever on her back and providing us with some of the most thrilling moments in basketball history.
She led the rookies in scoring. She led them in assists. She averaged like 5-6 rebounds a game.
In summary, she served as the catalyst for rekindling interest in the women's game among fans who had not watched in years. Clark was envisioned as the WNBA's ticket to glory, a player with the charisma, talent, and star power to attract new followers, boost attendance, and put people in seats.
Reflecting back on Caitlin Clark's rookie season, I have honestly never seen a company fumble the bag so hard.
That's exactly right. We are currently left wondering how the WNBA got this so wrong. Why doesn't anyone in the league ask themselves how one of the greatest players in the world can be lost?
Obviously, this is the most polarizing conversation in all of sports right now. It's the most fascinating conversation.
Clark has had a difficult time getting recognition and gratitude from WNBA basketball players, both past and present, despite her outstanding on-court accomplishments.
But there are some out there who resent the fact that this young white girl came out there and did her thing.
Caitlin Clark talks her shit. Caitlin Clark is demonstrative. Caitlin Clark, people aren't bothered by that. People aren't bothered by it because they're caught up in the narrative of, oh, here's this, wonderful, kind soul from the great state of Iowa representing Middle America.
You see, Caitlin Clark is not requesting favors. She is not requesting preferential treatment. She is merely requesting that the WNBA fulfill its obligations to safeguard its players, value its stars, and ensure that the league retains the individual who is keeping it relevant. Clark was destined to be the player who would revitalize the WNBA, as we have stated. What does the league do, though? They make a mistake. They allowed the poisonous atmosphere to develop until a player like Caitlin Clark, who could have been their Jordan Kobe or LeBron, made the decision to say, you know what? I'm finished. Where I'm respected, I'll go.
The WNBA has no idea what it's doing with Caitlin Clark. Can we all agree on that? They have no idea. It's a hostile league to Caitlin Clark.
There have been rumors circulating that Clark may be thinking about leaving the WNBA entirely. Many fans are worried that this might be the final time they see Clark in the WNBA after videos and social media posts have stoked rumors that she has inked a big contract elsewhere. However, how did these rumors spread? Dissatisfaction with the physical toll she sustained throughout her maiden WNBA season seems to be the primary cause. In barely one-third of the season, 46 fouls were committed. Take a moment to process it. The WNBA's face, Caitlin Clark, is getting fouled at one of the highest rates in the league. And how does the WNBA respond to this? Quiet. Their star player is not protected. There are no repercussions for the obvious physical abuse directed at her. And there is definitely no regard for the sacrifices she makes in each and every game. These are more than just light taps or unintentional bumps. As you will see in a moment, Clark has to pick herself up off the ground after several of these infractions are forceful hits. Out of all the fouls, one stands out. In the third quarter of a game against the Atlanta Dream, Chendi Carter leveled Clark with a strong shoulder block.
The strong shoulder block. Doubled off to Carter. Her jumper is good. Kennedy Carter now.
This hit, this careless, filthy hit, wasn't even referred to as a flagrant on the court. Do you think that's possible? To elevate it to a flagrant one, they had to wait until the following day. For a moment, let's be honest. It is obvious that Clark has suffered as a result of the league's ongoing roughness. I know I'm going to take a couple of hard shots a game, and that's what it is, she acknowledged after the incident. Even though it's obvious that the hits are hurting her performance and perhaps her love of the game, she still makes an effort to ignore them. The NBA toughness king, Draymond Green, is even criticizing the WNBA. He is aware of what is happening. He is aware that Caitlin Clark is being singled out, struck, bruised, and beaten. Since it is obvious that the NBA will not take any action to safeguard its best star, he is advising Indiana to hire an enforcer. It's unbelievable how disrespectful they are. In the meantime, it is impossible to overestimate Clark's influence on the WNBA.
In one of the Aces Liberty matchup on Sunday drew an average of 929,000.
Take a look at these figures. Players like Caitlin Clark helped increase the number of WNBA All-Star votes by 598%. Clark and Aaliyah Boston received the most votes. The previous year, A.A. Wilson, still the world's best player, received the most votes. Therefore, don't claim that Clark isn't owed anything by the league. They are indebted to her. People are watching because of her. People are purchasing tickets because of her. Clark's devoted followers are uniting around her as the face of a new age in women's basketball, not simply because of her exciting style of play. It's difficult to envision the WNBA without Serena leading the way, as her presence has elevated the entire league. However, all of these brutal plays and harsh hits have left many wondering if Caitlin Clark will remain in the WNBA or if she will pursue other opportunities. As you can see, WNBA players frequently travel abroad in the off-season. Prominent sports commentator Jason Whitlock has advocated for players like Clark to look for better chances outside of the WNBA.
The WNBA right now is overseas playing in some foreign league right now because they don't make enough money during the WNBA season to take care of themselves at the level they want to for all year.
Whitlock continued after that. In fact, he suggested that Clark might spearhead the creation of a league that would compete with the WNBA and pay players more. He made the case that WNBA pay are insignificant when compared to NBA players' multi-million-dollar contracts. A number of athletes, notably rookies Camila Cardoso and Nika Mall, have already jumped ahead and signed with foreign teams. Cardoso is already playing in China, while Mall is in Turkey. Playing abroad has long been popular and is frequently viewed as an essential step for WNBA players who wish to make a living income. However, Clark hasn't yet taken this route. It remains to be seen if Clark finds Whitlock's concept of a rival league appealing, but it is evident that she is not exempt from the financial realities of being a female professional athlete. It's important to note that Clark has been pursuing other interests, most notably golf, as the rumors about her leaving the WNBA persist. Clark has made the unexpected decision to play in a number of prestigious golf tournaments in the offseason. In November, she will participate in the Prom Golf Tournament and make an appearance at the Anukkaka, the penultimate event on the LPGA Tour, which is hosted by the renowned Anukkaka Saranan. But there's still more. Clark does more than just play golf. In addition, she will participate in a women's leadership summit that coincides with the competition. This demonstrates that Clark's interests extend beyond athletics. She also aspires to be a role model and leader. Now, when some fans learned that Clark played golf, they became a little concerned. What if she gets really good at golf and decides to switch sports, was one of the jokes they began to make. In any case, Clark has previously expressed interest in golf. She played in the John Deere Classic in 2023, where golfers Zach Johnson and Ludwig Aberg praised her on the course for her abilities. Johnson, in particular, became one of her many admirers and called her golf playing spectacular. What makes Clark play golf then? For starters, it's enjoyable. She has the opportunity to unwind off the basketball floor and try something new. However, it's also a wise career decision. Clark gets to network, meet new people, and demonstrate that she is more than simply a basketball player by participating in events like these. In addition, many celebrities and corporate executives play golf. Clark is positioning herself for potential opportunities later in her career by participating in golf. She can use it to establish relationships outside of basketball and develop her personal brand. Known for calling Clark the WNBA's Tiger Woods, Robert Griffin III even went so far as to imply that Clark's success in hoops would translate to golf. Robert Griffin III and other individuals see things that the WNBA does not, because Clark has attracted more attention to the WNBA than anybody else. He dubbed her the league's Tiger Woods, just like Woods did for golf. The difference is that the PGA didn't watch as Tiger Woods was thrashed each time he hit the green during his prime. They guarded their star. They fostered his gift. What about the WNBA? Clark takes all the hits while they sit back and count the money. Therefore, the WNBA needed to wake up, and they needed to wake up quickly because Caitlin Clark's decision to leave this league, whether to play abroad or to dominate the golf course, will only be their own fault. She is necessary to them. They owe her, and they ought to start behaving like it. Fans shouldn't be overly concerned about Clark quitting the WNBA just yet. Her love for basketball has been steady since she was a little child, despite the fact that she is obviously pursuing other interests and there are reports of offers from overseas. Clark has stated that she wouldn't alter her current circumstances for the world, suggesting that she is not currently giving moving overseas any serious thought. Clark, meanwhile, seemed enthusiastic about the Indiana Fever's future and has been hanging out with her teammates. Clark's leadership has given the Fever, who were consistently underdogs before to her arrival, tremendous vigor, and she is more than ready to lead them through the forthcoming campaign. It's also crucial to remember that despite being candid about the difficulties she has encountered in the WNBA, such as the physicality of the sport, Clark has not indicated that these difficulties are sufficient to make her leave. She appears to be using her off-season to pursue other interests while getting ready for the upcoming WNBA season based on her previous remarks and behavior. As these speculations come to an end, it's evident that Caitlin Clark is still committed to her basketball career, at least for the time being. Even while the foreign leagues provide alluring financial incentives and the prospect of launching a competing league is alluring, Clark appears happy in her current position in the WNBA. Her rising interest in golf and other off-court pursuits are only a small portion of her larger exploration of her interests and passions. For WNBA fans, Caitlin Clark's off-season hoards are just that, buzz. Her dedication to the Indiana Fever appears to be as strong as ever, and there is no concrete proof that she will be leaving the league anytime soon. Fans may anticipate seeing Clark continuing to dominate on the court and contribute to the development of women's basketball as the 2025 season draws near. The rumors will probably persist in the interim, but it is evident that Clark is remaining where he is, at least for the time being. Caitlin Clark is a name that will be remembered for years to come, whether she is playing basketball, golfing, or spearheading a new trend in women's sports. Did you know now 2 of the players who pursued Caitlin Clark were just apprehended by karma? Click.